My name is Professor Washington, and I'm happy to have the chance to come talk to you briefly today. Thank you, Professor Hewer, for inviting me to come talk about Phi Alpha Theta. I'm going to give you an overview of what the organization does and give you an idea of what we are trying to put together for this year and also what we've done past years. The deadline has officially passed, but because things are so complicated, I think we would be able to allow students who meet the criteria to apply and become members even now. So if what I'm talking about from now on interests you and you would like to join, look at the slides carefully, look at the websites I mentioned, and send us your application. Happy to receive it. So I'm going to share with you some slides now, and thank you for your attention. So we here at MAS have a branch or a chapter of the National History Honor Society, Phi Alpha Theta. This is our mission as an organization, and it's all about thinking about history, doing history, and also bringing faculty and students of history together to just enjoy this scholarly activity of historical research and writing. So Phi Alpha Theta is the only National History Honor Society, and it is a nationwide organization with hundreds of thousands of members. And it also publishes the second most widely circulated history journal in the United States, The Historian. And as I mentioned in a second, this is important for you to know if you choose to apply and become a member. If we think about in a normal year how we run things, how we do things, one of the perks of becoming a member is that you will be invited to an induction ceremony in the department, and you will have a lifetime membership to Phi Alpha Theta for the one-time fee of $50, which actually goes directly to the organization at the national level, and then we, the department, provide we provide the cost of a graduation sash for Phi Alpha Theta that you would be able to wear at graduation. If you graduate in person or remotely, you can wear that very proudly. We've also usually in normal years organized some sort of projects for community service. And I'm working on this semester what some options might be that we could still do in our various remote locations, right, to be able to provide a service to our community that relates to history. We also typically do events that involve faculty and other members of Phi Alpha Theta, and those are also in the works. When you get further along in your career here at UMass and you look towards graduation and towards post-graduation, you're able to really maximize your access to and the use of our resources for alumni, other department, but also of Phi Alpha Theta itself at UMass. As I mentioned before, one of the perks that ties into the publication of the Historian is that you get a year of this journal for free. I think this is probably a good year to take advantage of this because you will have access to all the issues of this journal for the year, and it's good reading, and it's great. It's a good journal for learning how to write history. The articles are invariably just clearly written and interesting, and I think just very readable. And typically, I have also organized opportunities for students to hold positions of leadership in Phi Alpha Theta. This year, we will have to see what is possible. The new members who have just joined, as well as those who are already members of Phi Alpha Theta, we're discussing possibilities here. But one important opportunity for being a leader I would want to highlight is the role that you might occupy on the editorial board of the UMass Undergraduate History Journal. This is a student-edited journal. Students are still doing classwork this semester and throughout the year that is definitely going to be of the caliber we're looking for this journal. And so I'm looking always for students who are good writers who are interested in this project to come on board and to help solicit and publicize and solicit articles from students that students will then get back with comments and revisions to make, and then return to the editorial board for publication in the Undergraduate History Journal. The editorial board it's a student-led activity, and so the only caveat is that you must be a member of Phi Alpha Theta. So these things are things that we do as an organization, and if you're interested in these, you definitely should consider applying. So to qualify for Alpha Theta, you need to have 12 credit hours in history. This includes a maximum of 3 credit hours from AP, IB, or other kinds of transfer credit that you might have as well. And then you need to have a GPA of 3.1 in history and 3.0 overall. So being admitted to Phi Alpha Theta is a testament to your hard work as a student and your skill and your intelligence, right? As a student overall at UMass, and it sort of announces that to the world. Some things that we've done in past years, I've just put some slides here for you to look at. We volunteered at the Empress Historical Society, and this is obviously no longer a possibility for us in person, but we will definitely be looking at what we can do remotely to volunteer and help probably some of our local institutions in the Amherst area that relate to history. And we also have typically had an induction ceremony and dinner with a keynote speaker, which is really a great event for parents to come to and for new inductees to attend and meet the current members. And it's been a great thing. So we can't do that this year, most likely in the spring when this usually happens. But I do hope we'll have some way in which we can sort of begin to build community and to nurture the kinds of connections that we typically have, through Phi Alpha Theta. And just so that you know, if you do choose to apply to become a member of the organization and you are you meet the requirements and you're accepted, we put up activities on a Facebook group's website. So this is the address that you can go to and you can see what's going on. And you can also see what we've done in the past. Those things are all still up for the most part. So, if you're interested, have a look. And if you meet the requirements, do apply. We'll make an exception. And, we've had a handful of members again this semester. We're happy to have a few more and to see what we can do in terms of, creating a robust and interesting and interactive Phi Alpha Theta experience for you guys. And overall, welcome to the major if you're new, and thank you for choosing history. I think it's a great choice, and there are so many reasons why this is a good choice, but Phi Alpha Theta is definitely one of the perks that you have access to as a major. So thank you, and I hope to see you remotely or in person very soon.